Alright, so what's good, YouTube? It's your homeboy Librado. Alright, so I told some of y'all that I was going to make a video, about my home setup or whatever. Now, I don't want y'all to think that I'm showing off or anything like that, because I'm not. The equipment I have has all been accumulated through a period of time. I didn't just go out one day and, tell myself, oh, I'm going to go buy this, or I'm going to go buy me a home setup, and bam, no. It all happened through years and months. It all happened through saving up. It all happened, through sacrificing. Instead of eating out, I'd eat at home with my parents. Instead of, going out to parties and whatnot, I'd stay home. And, I'd be the one, working, the extra hours, you know what I'm saying? And I also want this video to serve as an inspiration to you people that are, you guys that are younger. It really touches me when you guys tell me that, oh, you're an inspiration, or I like to think of it as I'm just an instrument of God, you know what I'm saying? But before we start this video, I just want to give some quick shout outs to young minister, Jose Delgado, Al Ram. I don't know how you say your name. Shout outs to you guys, and shout outs to everybody else, who subscribed to my channel out here on YouTube. And, if you ain't subscribed, there's still time. Go ahead and subscribe right now. I think that's all the shout outs that I can give. And let's start this video. Alright, so let's start off with the desk first of all. I think one of the most overlooked things when it comes to, any kind of art, or, whether it be musicians or filmmakers, or, anybody who's trying to, do something that requires a computer. I think one of the most overlooked things is a desk. And I think a desk should be one of your top, priorities when it comes to, having a home setup. Because, to me, a desk is what helps motivate you, helps, just the appearance, of seeing all your equipment together, helps, build inspiration, helps give you, motivation when, you get bored or whatever. It's a big part of, being an artist. A desk is a big part of producing, or, making art. I know many times for myself, when I felt, discouraged, or when I felt, bored, or when I felt like, dry, no more ideas, just the appearance of seeing everything together sometimes just gives you inspiration, you know what I'm saying? So I think, you should invest in a good desk. But, good desks are pretty expensive. You can check online, you'll find desks, in the $500 to anywhere to $10,000. And I don't know about you, but I ain't got that type of dough to be, spending on a desk. You know what I'm saying? I do this for a hobby. I don't make no money off of this. So, I suggest you go online, Google it, and find some designs, and build it yourself. This desk right here that you guys are looking at, it's all built by my dad. It was built by my dad. I gave him the ideas, and he basically just built it with the ideas. Took, I think, a week. It took us a week because we only worked on it like every day after work, basically. So it took us about a week to build this desk. Let me tell you, my dad, he did some pretty good work on it. Sanded it down, painted it, glossed it, even got a little keyboard tray. So it's real nice. I'm really glad at how my dad did the work on it. Alright, I had to switch out cameras because my battery on that Canon 60D ran out, and I didn't feel like, waiting for it to charge up, and I don't know where I put my other battery. But let's start off with what I have here, what I'm using for video equipment first of all. The camera I'm recording with right now is a Sony Vloggie HD Dual. It records in 1080p, 720p, 480p. The reason why I purchased this camera, and the reason why I like it, is because you can use the LCDs front and back. That's the main reason why I purchased it. And this is the main camera I use when I do the ride with me vlogs in my truck. And it's a pretty cool camera. I like it because it's just touch and record, and you got your USB pops out on the side. And I'll put a video up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Mine's is white. All right, so the next camera I have, the first camera I started out with was this camera right here, the JVC HD Evadio. I don't know how you say this, but the thing I liked about this camera was, back then I got it for $100, so it was real cheap. For me, it was, at least. You can put 2 SD cards there and there. That was one of the good things about this camera. I mean, it's still a good camera. I still use it nowadays. Um, this is the first camera I used when I first made my first vlogs. You know, I don't know if you guys remember that one video I did, Young, Fly, Saved, and Single. This is the camera I recorded it with. And to this day, I still use this camera. This is a real good camera. 1080p, 720p, 480p. If you find this camera, I recommend it. I recommend it. It's for $100 that I got it for. Brand new. This is really recommended in my opinion. Over here I have Canon 60D, as you can tell by right there. That's a Canon 60D. I got a 50mm lens on it right now. I got another lens that I hardly ever use, and I think I'm gonna sell it. I got this lens right here. This is a Sigma 8 by 16mm. It's a wide angle lens, and you get that wide angle lens effect to it. Personally, I was expecting more from this lens. I'm not gonna lie. I bought it because I thought it was a good lens at the time that I did buy it. Now that I've had it for a while, it's not my cup of tea. Let's check the back out. One of the main reasons why I bought the Canon 60D is the flip out screen. Flip out screen. Get the flip out screen. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I bought the Canon 60D. And I got it for $700. So it was a pretty good deal at that time. And with this camera you need at least a class 10 SD card. Otherwise you ain't gonna be able to record HD video with it. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so if you guys have paid attention to me on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, I use these for a lot. This is for audio. Specifically, this is a portable audio recorder. The quality that this records is almost studio quality, 44.1K. Yeah, I recommend if you're gonna be serious about video recording, you would always I recommend you use one of these to dub your audio, to sync this up with your audio, with your onboard camera audio. So I have 2 of these because I actually lost the black one at a concert. But shout outs to Olga Jimenez for getting it back to me. And this blue one I purchased after I had lost this one, and I use them both. They're real good. They use a micro SD card. Right there. This right here is piggy bank. I put my quarters and dimes and 10 cents and pennies in there, but that's not necessary to be productive. I just have that there. I got it, I think, for $5 at a closeout sale. Got rubber bands there, bootleg watch, blank DVDs, blank CDs. So for monitors, I use Rockets by KRK. These are Rocket 5s. I got left, right. One of the things I do recommend you guys get though is studio monitors if you don't have none by now. Some people will tell you otherwise, that it's not necessary, all you really need is just some good speakers or whatever, and that's not the truth at all. You really do need monitors to monitor, how flat your sound is, how accurate it is. And in my opinion, Rockets are just fine to start off with. I would like to get other more expensive monitors, but for the time being, Rockets do the job for me, and I ain't gonna complain about them. And I also have a secondary source that I also listen to. These are creative, just some speakers I picked up at Walmart. Just reference speakers. You know what I'm saying? To get a reference sound from. So yeah, get some reference speakers, but for sure, if you're gonna be mixing, use some kind of studio monitor. Otherwise, you're wasting your time mixing, in my opinion. So for headphones, I use these Sennheisers. I think they're HD something, HD 201s, yeah. And tell you the truth, I don't ever mix on headphones, and I don't think anybody else should mix on headphones as well either. It's not accurate. You have to really invest some money in some, at least $300, $400 headphones to actually get legitimate sound from your headphones. I've tried mixing on these a couple of times, and let me tell you something. After I went back to listen to them on the KRKs, and it just wasn't accurate. It wasn't, let's just say I was wasting my time. All right, so now for keyboard, I have a Admiral PCR 800, and it's 61 keys. 61 keys. Um, um, I play keyboard at church, so that's one of the main reasons why I have this keyboard with me. Many of y'all be asking, oh, do you produce beats? And I'd be like, no, not really. I'm not really into the whole beat making scene. I tried, but I just couldn't get the vibe. I might go back into it soon, try to make samples, but that's about it. But one of the main reasons I have a keyboard is to basically just practice worship songs, and on top is my MPD. Now I'm thinking about getting rid of this MPD and just moving on to a machine. Now that they got the micro machines out, I really want a micro machine. I think, and then plus the fact that the micro machine has its own software, with the sounds and whatnot. So that's what I'm really more concerned about. MPD, it's just a MIDI controller, and you have to have either Reason or Fruity Loops or some kind of other workstation to go with it. Otherwise, there's no. I don't know. To me, MPD. It's just to me, I'm just getting tired of trying to mess with it and figure out setting the controls up and whatnot. I've used it a lot in church, to trigger effects, to put drums in when I didn't have a drummer. Okay, so that was an epic fail. Try to play something for y'all, but whatever, it fell down. But yeah, one of the main reasons why I got pads was to sample. That's what I was really interested in. I want to sample, take some old worship songs, mostly Spanish worship songs from Marcos Witt, Marcela Gandara, just other worship singers in Spanish, and I just want to chop them up and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the main reasons I'm going to probably move to Machine Micro eventually. Alright, let's talk about my system here. For those that do know me, y'all should know that I am a big anti-Mac boy. Reason number one is because Mac is just overly expensive, and you're limited. You can't really upgrade your stuff unless you got a Mac tower. So if you got an iMac, you're stuck with what you got. I'm running Windows 7. I got the Nexus dock there. It's free for playing music and whatnot. I use Reason, as you can see, and on the dock you can see as well. I use Adobe Audition for recording. For editing video, I use Sony Vegas. That right there is Streamclip. That's to convert bigger video into smaller sizes that I can actually edit. This right here is a DVD burner. This is the Nexus app. It's a quad core. I built it back in, I think, last summer, under 500 bucks. Under 500 bucks. This thing right here is an M Audio Tampa. It's a compressor. It's a preamp as well. All right, let's move down. Mouse for the laptop. Audio interface for the laptop. This interface, my pops bought it for me a long time ago. I was probably like in middle school when I got this right here. M Audio Fast Track. It's been real loyal to me. It's made out of plastic, but regardless, this thing has gone wherever I've taken it, and it's fallen down. It's been through a lot, and it's survived. And I still use it a lot for church and whatnot. It's a really dependable piece of hardware. It does not have phantom power, but You can always plug in, I usually plug in the, if I need to use it, I plug in the M-Audio Tampa to it, and there's really no need for phantom power. This right here is what I use with the desktop. This right here is a M-Box Mini. Now the reason why I have an M-Box Mini is because I really don't see no need for anything bigger. The only thing I record is myself, when rapping or vocalist, or that's basically it. But I do basic mixing, so I really didn't need anything big. I got this for $80 on eBay a couple years ago, so I ain't gonna complain about the price I paid for it. Next up is my cell phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy 2. I'm gonna tell you, with cell phones right now, I see them as all the same. Unless you're you're in business or whatever, then I would say pay premium price for the new stuff. But if you're like me, all you do is text and Facebook and Instagram, and the occasional eBaying on here, then just get whatever you can afford. I'm not gonna go into debt with the cell phones. The next piece of hardware we have here is my laptop. I'm running a Dell Studio. I got this for $400 on eBay, brand new i5 processor, as you can see there, Windows 7. Alright, so this is a Canon XH-A1, as you can see right there. 1080p. Got its own microphone. L series lens on this baby. Shout outs to my uncle Simon Librado, Pastor Simon Librado, for hooking me up with this camera. Memorex DVD player back there. And over here I have random knickknacks, USB cables, permanent markers, CDs, lens, actually the box of my lens. Just random stuff, Oh, the monitors. Let me explain to you about the computer screens. 21-inch widescreen monitor from HP. The other is a N.s.t 19-inch. Now the reason why I have two separate, a standard definition and a high definition monitor is because I've had this monitor for a while, and I recently purchased this one when I built this system, and I told myself I was gonna buy the same monitors, but I never did. So plus it fits on here, so I just stayed with it. This just goes to prove that I can't afford everything. So yeah, but use whatever monitors you can find. You know what I'm saying? Monitors, unless you're doing extreme video editing, then you really don't need the top-notch monitors. You really don't. If all you're doing is uploading videos on YouTube, all you really need is just something decent. Keyboard tray. Now, some of y'all been asking me what the little gray thing is. This little gray thing is a trackpad, a Wacom bamboo tablet. Basically, you can use it instead of using a mouse. You can use this as your mouse and this is your trackpad, like a laptop or whatever. But the thing I like about this is for, when you're using Photoshop or trying to sketch ideas or whatever, you can use this like a regular pen and paper, Now I'm using the pen and touch pad. Now normally you wouldn't be able to do all that fine lining with a mouse, but with the trackpad you have the ability to be precise with your lines. Keyboard, I have a basic Microsoft keyboard, basic Microsoft mouse, nothing special there. But yeah, if you want to do designs, let me encourage you, buy tablet. You'll be it'll make editing so much easier for you. It takes a while to get used to holding the whole pen thing as a mouse, but once you do get used to it, it makes video editing, photo editing so much easier. Alright, so here we have books that I read: Executive Option, Bible, Crazy Love, Jesus Freaks, a whole bunch of other books that I need to get back to finish reading, or yeah. Extra pens, pencils, markers, shoelaces, notebook for ideas, CDs, just other stuff that I don't even remember. Copies of the software that I use, prop gun, extra headphone, head unit from my, actually that's a stock head unit from my truck that I need to, it's dusty down there, I need to dust that too. This right here is my sustain pedal for the keyboard, hard drive, got the firewire cable, USB extensions, micro USB, or mini USB, whatever. Got the sub back there. Now this right here is the custom PC that I built. I bought the case for 20 bucks at Habitat for Humanity. I gutted everything, put in a new motherboard, new video card, new everything basically. 6 gigabytes of RAM in there, that's 3.0 processor, quad processor. You got your card reader, power button, DVD burner. I put a 500 gigabyte hard drive in there, and all this stuff I built over time, you know what I'm saying, I added over time. You really don't need all this. My homeboy Jeremy, if he's watching this, he was there when I bought this. Actually he took me to go buy this 20 bucks case. It was a Windows XP old school computer, and I just used the case and I rebuilt it. And right here I have a bootleg, no good SD card that somebody sold to me on eBay, and it did not work, and I've had it here ever since. That's posters that I have. Get at me if you want a poster. $5 for shipping and handling. Case for my microphone. And over here is just a whole bunch of bills and other stuff, and a pair of headphones back there. Alright, for the microphone, I have it covered right now because I don't want dust in it. I use a Neumann TLM 203. That's a Neumann TLM 203 or 203, whatever you want to call it. And I got the nickel plated one, or whatever you want to call that color. It's a real small microphone, but let me tell you, I'm a big fan of Neumann microphones. I think that there's no other microphone company out there that produces quality microphones. This was $799 when I bought it when it first came out. I bought it on Zounds. I made the payments on it, and let me tell you, this microphone is just the bomb. The only way you'll get better results from a microphone is if you step up, you know, your game up to the other higher costing Neumanns. But if you're on a budget like me, this microphone will do the job. Alright, so I hope you guys got some inspiration from this right here. And if you didn't, then ain't nothing I can do about it, you know what I'm saying? If you guys are trying to make YouTube videos, or do music, or whatever it is you guys are trying to do, I hope you guys, you know, can build your own stuff, you know what I'm saying? Build your own little setup to work at home. I don't get paid for any of this. What I have is not much. As you can tell, it's all simple stuff. It's all been accumulated through a period of time. For, you know, if you want to have stuff, you gotta just save up. You gotta make sacrifices, you know what I'm saying? I really pray that God can, you know, can encourage you guys to pursue your dreams. Because our next generation is going to be in charge of, you know, how the gospel gets spread. So we have to be the ones who are, you know, basically going to be in the front lines for the gospel. So we got to be, you know, use every instrument, every tool that we can take to the front lines with us to defeat the enemy. I encourage you guys to pursue your dreams, get in the Word, fast, pray, and seek God. Let me tell you what, all things are possible for he who believes in the will of God. Thanks for watching. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. Adios.